The legend of LeBron James begins in the pre-dawn darkness at 5:30 in the morning, long before the sun even considers gracing Los Angeles. His consciousness returns within the walls of a $23 million Brentwood fortress, his form resting upon a sleep-tracking marvel of a bed, a piece of technology valued at an astonishing $100,000. This is no mere mattress of foam and springs. It is a sanctuary of science, woven with built-in sensors that meticulously chart his every heartbeat, every breath, and every REM cycle throughout the night. When his designated wake-up time arrives, the bed itself initiates a gradual warming to his precise body temperature, gently coaxing him from slumber without a single shock to his finely tuned nervous system. The very ground beneath his feet is heated stone, calibrated to an unwavering 72 degrees. He does not suffer the indignity of cold tile known to ordinary people. Every single surface within his sleeping chamber is optimized for absolute comfort, a symphony of preparation complete before his feet ever meet the floor. The atmosphere he breathes is maintained at a precise 65 degrees all night, scrubbed by medical-grade filtration systems that infuse the room with a fresh cycle of pure oxygen every 2 minutes. Even the light obeys his schedule. A simulated dawn of soft amber hues is programmed to begin its gentle ascent 30 minutes before he is meant to wake. By 5:45, LeBron is already embracing the fire of ice, descending into a custom-built cold plunge in his home recovery center where the water is held at a punishingly exact 38 degrees. For 10 to 15 minutes, he endures the shock, a violent awakening for his system that simultaneously purges inflammation from the deepest fibers of every muscle. That altar of recovery alone represented a $300,000 installation fully equipped with precision temperature controls, advanced filtration systems, and even LED mood lighting that pulses and shifts in concert with his very heartbeat. The brutal cold forces blood away from his extremities and into his core. Then, upon emerging, a tidal wave of warm blood surges back through his muscles, a powerful, natural flush for lactic acid and cellular debris. It is a daily ritual of science and sacrifice, and LeBron submits to it every single day. Adjacent to this crucible of cold stands his hyperbaric oxygen chamber. Resembling a futuristic sarcophagus of glass and steel, this chamber becomes his sanctuary. As he seals himself inside, the pressure mounts, supersaturating his bloodstream with pure oxygen to accelerate recovery and fortify his immune system. The chamber, which costs roughly $200,000, carries FDA approval for specific medical treatments, but LeBron utilizes it with the regularity of a daily vitamin. This torrent of oxygen empowers his body to rebuild muscle tissue at an astonishing rate, diminish joint swelling, and sustain immense energy reserves through the most grueling stretches of back-to-back games. This is the technology of elite warriors, of fighter pilots and deep-sea divers, and LeBron James possesses one in his own home. By 6:15, he has transitioned to the red light therapy room. Here, the very walls radiate with panels of near-infrared light, bathing him in wavelengths engineered to dissolve joint pain and muscle soreness at a cellular level. He stands within the glow for 20 minutes as his body absorbs the healing frequencies. The light plunges deep into his tissues, energizing the mitochondria, the power plants of his cells, commanding them to accelerate repair. That installation alone was an investment of nearly $80,000. Then comes the Normatec leg compression system. He encases his powerful legs in immense sleeves that come to life, inflating and deflating in a rhythmic, pulsing wave that forces circulation through his muscles like a deep tissue massage. His trainer heralds it as the very secret to why LeBron's legs remain impossibly fresh after 23 seasons. The system's price tag is about $1,500. But when your annual expenditure on bodily maintenance is $1.5 million, such a cost is merely pocket change. The sleeves operate in precise zones, sending a wave of compression from his feet all the way to his hips, flawlessly emulating the body's natural circulatory flow. Athletes reverently call it flushing the legs. And after a contest where LeBron dominated for 40 minutes on the court, this is how he is reborn. By 7 o'clock in the morning, breakfast is served a masterpiece prepared by a private chef, calibrated to his exact macronutrient needs. Egg whites from truly cage-free hens, salmon pulled from wild waters, berries grown in organic soil, and juice cold-pressed from the finest greens. Every component is weighed to the very gram. These ingredients are flown in, pristine and fresh. Nothing is sourced from a shelf. Every single supplement bottle is custom compounded, bearing his initials, the date, and a barcode that links directly to his personal performance data. Laboratories analyze his very blood for micronutrient levels, hormonal balance, and inflammation markers, adjusting his daily formula in response. If his iron dips, the compound changes. If his cortisol spikes, adaptogens are introduced. If his recovery shows the slightest delay, his amino acid ratios are re-engineered. A single breakfast of this caliber costs approximately $800 when you account for the sourcing, staff, and constant lab analysis. He consumes this meal on a terrace overlooking the city as his body continues its ceaseless regeneration. The entire morning ritual, from the intelligent bed to the icy plunge to the scientifically crafted meal, accumulates a cost approaching $5,000 before most of the world has even finished a first cup of coffee. LeBron approaches the morning as a laboratory experiment. His body is the test subject, and transcended performance is the only result that will ever matter. To defy time and dominate in your 22nd NBA season, every conceivable variable must be measured, meticulously adjusted, and brought to perfection. And that level of absolute control commands a fortune. After breakfast, LeBron proceeds to the garage, though to call it a garage feels profoundly inadequate. It is a private showroom, a pantheon of automotive excellence. Housed within his Brentwood estate is a rotating collection of 15 to 20 magnificent vehicles, a fleet with a combined worth of several $1,000,000. On any given morning, he is presented with a choice, and every single one of these incredible machines tells its own breathtaking story. Let us begin with the beast that commands all attention, his custom, Liberty Walk Lamborghini Aventador S Roadster. This marvel is cloaked in a stunning orange and gray wrap, a bespoke design christened King's Pride, created for him and him alone. A base Aventador Roadster begins its life at around $460,000. But after the masters at Liberty Walk sculpted it with custom body kits, flared fenders, aggressive aerodynamics, and that singular finish, the final masterpiece commanded a price near $670,000. The car, of course, is a convertible, which means when LeBron lowers the roof, the raw, soul-stirring scream of its naturally aspirated V12 engine can be heard from 3 city blocks away. It explodes to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds and achieves a top speed exceeding 217. But the most savage detail is that the entire body kit is meticulously hand-riveted. You can see the raw bolts tracing the lines of its fenders. It is a statement of pure aggression, a roaring, unapologetic force of nature. It is said that people hear this car 3 blocks before it ever comes into view. Then there is the Ghost, his Porsche 918 Spyder, a pristine white hybrid hypercar valued at $845,000 when new. LeBron reportedly paid a figure closer to $1.4 million for his in 2020 because the 918 is an icon of rarity whose value ascended into the stratosphere after production ended. Only 918 were ever brought into existence. This engineering marvel marries a ferocious, screaming V8 engine with 2 silent electric motors to unleash a combined total of over 800 horsepower. It can surge forward on pure, silent electricity, catapulting to 60 in a mind-bending 2.6 seconds. Or you can awaken the full hybrid beast and witness it shatter the 214 mile per hour barrier. The steering wheel is masterfully wrapped in Alcantara. You are cradled in shells of pure carbon fiber, and the entire machine weighs less than most SUVs. Yet it feels as if it were forged in another dimension when you are at the helm. The revolutionary hybrid system, a silent maestro, orchestrates power between the front and rear axles thousands of times every single second. The 918 was Porsche's audacious declaration to the world, a moonshot engineered to prove that hybrids could utterly dominate pure gasoline supercars. And it was a resounding success. Next, we enter a realm of pure, unadulterated opulence, the Rolls-Royce Phantom, a midnight black chariot of luxury valued at approximately $400,000. This very car was reportedly a gift from the legendary Shaquille O'Neal during LeBron's nascent years, and it remains one of the most serene conveyances in his entire fleet. The Phantom is animated by a colossal V12 engine, yet its presence is but a whisper. The sanctuary of its cabin is so profoundly silent that Rolls-Royce engineers first measure the ambient noise within libraries and then meticulously craft the car to be even quieter. The rear seats don't just recline. They transform into first-class aviation pods. Every inch of wood trim is a testament to patience, hand-polished for over 200 hours. Even the door handles are engineered to close with that signature bank vault thud, a sound that confirms you have just invested $500,000 in automotive perfection. LeBron's Phantom is a personal statement, featuring a bespoke interior of immaculate cream leather, his own initials elegantly embroidered into the headrests. The dashboard is adorned with a breathtaking marquetry inlay, an intricate design painstakingly assembled from over 100 individual pieces of hand-cut wood veneer, a mosaic that required artisans' weeks of devoted labor to perfect. For moments when royalty demands travel, this is the vessel. And then we have the Mercedes-Maybach 650, an ethereal white ultra-luxury sedan with a value of around $198,000. This is LeBron's chosen chariot for daily life, for when a grand statement isn't necessary, but supreme comfort is an absolute mandate. The 650 is the extended wheelbase incarnation of the legendary S-Class, stretched an additional 8 inches to bestow upon its rear occupants an almost limitless expanse of legroom. It is propelled by a twin turbocharged V12 that generates a colossal 621 horsepower, yet the machine is so impeccably insulated that the engine's roar is reduced to a distant, gentle hum. The rear thrones offer heating, cooling, and a symphony of massage functions. Nestled between the seats, a built-in champagne refrigerator stands ready. The entire dashboard is a sweeping canvas of hand-stitched Napa leather. The rear passenger compartment possesses more raw computing power than many modern offices. Multiple climate zones, infinite seat adjustments, and entire entertainment ecosystems are all commanded from a sleek tablet elegantly mounted in the center console. This collection also boasts a timeless classic, an older Mercedes-Maybach 57S from circa 2009. It was famously customized with a K&G FOH license plate. That legendary Maybach commanded a price of roughly $374,000 when new, propelled by a 6-liter V12 heart. During his initial tenure in Cleveland, LeBron would arrive at games in this very machine, and it ascended to iconic status. The public began to fuse the image of the Maybach with his burgeoning king persona. The 57S stretched over 19 feet in length, solidifying its place as one of the most immense sedans ever conceived. It carried the weight of nearly 3 tons, yet it could surge to 60 miles per hour in under 5 astonishing seconds. Now, we must speak of Italian Fury. The Ferrari 430 Spider. LeBron's is finished in shimmering silver, a machine that cost around $217,000 back in 2008. The 430 Spider is a mid-engine convertible masterpiece, powered by a shrieking V8 that screams its way to a red line beyond 8,000 RPM. It represents one of the final pure-blooded, naturally aspirated Ferraris before the brand embraced turbocharging, and for that raw, unfiltered symphony, collectors absolutely revere it. When you unleash its full power, the exhaust note ascends with the fury of a Formula One car. It is a high-pitched, mechanical aria that is utterly and completely addictive. This very car was showcased on television during his legendary Miami Heat era, and it remains a cherished part of his driving rotation. Following that masterpiece is the Ferrari 458 Italia Spider, a breathtaking convertible drenched in Rosso Corsa red, valued at approximately $245,000. This marvel elevated the experience from the 430, boasting even more razor-sharp handling and a 4.5-liter V8 that unleashes 570 horsepower. The 458 Spider features a revolutionary retractable hardtop that vanishes in a mere 14 seconds, transforming it from a sleek coupe into an open-air supercar without sacrificing an ounce of structural integrity. Ferrari produced the 458 for only a fleeting period before its successor arrived, causing its value among collectors to steadily ascend. The steering response is so telepathically direct that the car feels less like a machine and more like an extension of your own thoughts. Turn the wheel a single inch, and the nose darts with surgical precision precisely where you command it. And as if that wasn't enough prancing horsepower, LeBron also possesses a 599 GTB Fiorano, also an iconic red. This machine is a front-engine V12 Grand Tourer, with a value hovering around $310,000. It's one of just 599 ever created in the GTO edition, rendering it an object of extreme rarity. The 599 can eclipse 200 miles per hour, feeling more like a luxurious land-bound missile than a mere automobile. Its V12 heart beats with the force of 619 horsepower, producing a sound so profound, so resonant, that it vibrates deep within your very soul. This is the Ferrari destined for epic cross-country journeys, the perfect fusion of blistering speed and sublime comfort. But to think LeBron's collection is purely European exotica would be a grave mistake. He holds a deep respect for raw, unapologetic American muscle. His 2010 Chevrolet Camaro SS, finished in a stunning matte white, stands as a monument to his early Cleveland days, one of his very first significant automotive acquisitions. It cost a mere $25,000 when new, a veritable bargain next to his Lamborghinis. Yet it still unleashes over 400 horsepower and erupts with the sound of rolling thunder when you command it. The Camaro is a symbol of LeBron's origins. Accessible, all-American power that still commands universal respect on the street. Next in the garage is his Dodge Challenger SRT8, painted a brilliant silver and adorned with bold, blue Dallas Cowboys racing stripes. As a colossal fan of the Cowboys, LeBron commissioned the car to be custom painted, a tribute to his favorite team's colors. The Challenger SRT8 summons 470 horsepower from a massive 6.4-liter Hemi V8, and it carried a price tag of about $44,000 when new in 2014. It is loud, it is aggressive, and it is gloriously, unapologetically American. The Hemi engine produces a signature rumble that is simply unmistakable, a deep, throaty, and primal roar. It is the very antithesis of refinement, and that is precisely its magnificent purpose. And we simply cannot forget the timeless classics. LeBron is the proud owner of a flawlessly restored 1975 Chevrolet Impala convertible, bathed in a deep, majestic blue. He acquired it back in 2010 and invested over $100,000 to return it to a state of absolute, pristine perfection. The original manufacturer's suggested retail price in 1975 was just over $4,000, but today, it is nothing less than a rolling masterpiece of automotive history. Inside, it's a sanctuary of cream leather, completely redone. The engine is a symphony of rebuilt power, and the chrome, it gleams with a brilliance that could rival a star. The dashboard is a time capsule, preserving the original, authentic gauges, while the steering wheel feels like a piece of history, wrapped in exquisite vintage wood. This is the masterpiece LeBron chooses for prestigious car shows and noble charity events, a profound testament to his origins. And then, there's the legend, the vehicle that ignited the entire saga, a colossal chrome Hummer H2 from the year 2003. This magnificent machine was a heartfelt gift from his mother, presented to him as he stood on the cusp of manhood at 18, just moments before he would step into the blinding lights of the NBA draft. Brand new, the H2 commanded a price of around $50,000, but its true spectacle was the chrome wrap and armor so impossibly brilliant, it was said you could witness its gleam from the heavens themselves. It is gargantuan, hopelessly inefficient, and utterly, gloriously over the top, the absolute perfect dream for an 18-year-old prodigy from Akron. To this day, LeBron preserves it, a gleaming monument to his very first taste of triumph. This behemoth tips the scales at over 3 tons and thirstily consumes fuel at a rate of roughly 10 miles per gallon. But such practicalities are meaningless to LeBron, for this vehicle represents not just steel and chrome, but a singular, pivotal moment in time when the entire world shifted on its axis. When sophistication calls, he answers with a pristine white Bentley Continental GT from 2018. Valued at approximately $231,000, the Continental GT is the epitome of a grand tourer, propelled by a monstrous twin-turbo W12 engine that unleashes an astonishing 626 horsepower. The steering wheel itself is a work of art, meticulously stitched from the flawless hide of Scandinavian bulls. Bentley, in its relentless pursuit of perfection, refuses cowhide, as cows can develop imperfections like stretch marks, a flaw unknown to bulls. Even the interior wood trim is a testament to this obsession, hand-selected and book-matched, ensuring the grain cascades in a flawless, uninterrupted river across the dashboard. The veneer originates from a single, chosen tree, sliced and masterfully arranged, so the intricate pattern creates a perfect, mirrored symphony across the center console. Each one of these breathtaking details commands a premium, and LeBron, without hesitation, acquired them all. His collection also boasts a menacing Porsche 911 Turbo S Cabriolet from 2019, a breathtaking black convertible with a value hovering around $210,000. The 911 Turbo S is not merely a car. It is one of the most ferocious production vehicles on Earth, capable of exploding to 60 in 2.6 seconds, rocketing towards a top speed that exceeds 205 miles per hour. Yet, impossibly, it possesses a civilized comfort that makes it perfect for daily command, a duality that has cemented its place as one of LeBron's most cherished machines. Its retractable soft top vanishes in a mere 13 seconds, and the advanced all-wheel drive system ensures the vehicle feels fused to the asphalt, an unshakable force even at speeds well into the triple digits. Porsche's engineers sculpted the Turbo S for absolute dominance in any conceivable condition. Through torrential rain, blinding snow, or on sun-scorched pavement, its command is absolute. It simply grips and it conquers. And then, among these titans of automotive excellence, there is the unexpected entry. A pristine white Kia K900 from 2015. This was a vehicle for which LeBron himself served as a brand ambassador. The K900 was Kia's bold foray into the world of flagship luxury sedans. Priced at a modest $60,000, LeBron piloted it as part of a sponsorship agreement and found himself so genuinely impressed that he chose to retain one for his personal collection. It is the ultimate proof that even titans of industry recognize and admire true value. In his latest acquisition, LeBron welcomed a revolutionary white GMC Hummer EV into his stable. This marvel of engineering is an all-electric super truck, a hybrid of pickup and SUV, with a price tag that ranges from $99,000 to a staggering $117,000, depending on the configuration. It features a stunning removable roof, unstoppable off-road prowess, and generates an unbelievable 1,000 horsepower from its silent, potent electric motors. The Hummer EV can launch to 60 miles per hour in a breathtaking 3 seconds, defying the laws of physics as it weighs in at over 9,000 pounds. The battery pack, by itself, is heavier than an entire Honda Civic, but its trio of electric motors delivers instantaneous, earth-shattering torque, catapulting the colossal truck forward like a projectile from a slingshot. It is the dawn of the zero-emission super truck, and LeBron, fittingly, was among the very first pioneers to possess one. In totality, LeBron's automotive arsenal is valued somewhere between $4 and $5 million, a treasure trove distributed across garages in Ohio, Florida, and Los Angeles. Some are unleashed weekly upon the open road. Others rest, shrouded in secrecy, their mighty engines awaken but once a month, a ritual to keep their powerful hearts beating. Each magnificent vehicle in his garage stands as a monument to a different chapter of his life. From the audacious chrome Hummer, a gift from his mother at 18, to the Porsche hypercar, acquired at the zenith of his reign. After practice, LeBron does not retreat to a hotel or an apartment. He proceeds to one of his palatial mansions, and he has a kingdom of them from which to choose. His empire of estates stretches from Ohio to Florida and across to California, comprising at least 6 monumental properties valued at a combined sum exceeding $80 million. Let us begin where the legend itself was born, Akron, Ohio. In 2003, immediately following his draft into the league, LeBron acquired a parcel of land in Bath Township for $2.1 million, but he raised the existing structure and from the earth itself erected a completely custom-built mansion. This new palace spans over 30,000 square feet and commands a value today far exceeding $10 million. Within its walls lie 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, and a collection of amenities so grand they rival those of a world-class luxury resort. There is a professional 2-lane bowling alley, a fully equipped recording studio, a private cinema with magnificent, tiered seating and a projection system that would put commercial theaters to shame, an aquarium seamlessly integrated into a wall, a personal barber shop, a sports bar where televisions line every conceivable surface, and a 2-story walk-in closet more vast than the bedrooms of most ordinary homes. Yet, this palace was meticulously designed to feel like home. Akron is the city that forged LeBron, and this mansion stands only miles from the humble apartment complex where he and his mother first discovered a sense of stability. It is a living monument to the staggering distance he has traveled, constructed upon the very soil where the impossible dream first took root. The estate is nestled on multiple private acres, fortified with comprehensive security, including cameras, motion sensors, and a dedicated guardhouse at its entrance. Then, we turn to his Los Angeles holdings, which narrate an entirely different saga. In 2015, LeBron invested $21 million in a magnificent 6-bedroom estate in the exclusive neighborhood of Brentwood. This residence featured 8 bathrooms, a shimmering pool, a home theater, and commanded breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean. He resided there for several years before selling it in 2021 for approximately $19.6 million, a rare financial setback. But this was of no concern to LeBron, for by then, he had already ascended to even greater heights. In 2017, he acquired a second Brentwood mansion for $23.5 million. This new sanctuary is even more expansive. It boasts 8 bedrooms, breathtaking modern architecture, a comprehensive private gym, bathrooms of spa-like quality, and sprawling outdoor terraces that offer panoramic vistas of the entire city. The estate occupies over an acre of pristine land, providing more than enough lavish space to accommodate his entire family and professional staff, ensuring no one ever feels constrained. Today, its value is estimated at nearly $25 million, and it continues to serve as one of his primary, magnificent residences. But the undisputed crown jewel, the singular property that truly defines the sheer scale of LeBron's real estate empire, is his Beverly Hills compound. In 2020, LeBron committed $36.8 million for a 2.72-acre hilltop estate, and without a moment's hesitation, he demolished the mansion that stood there. The structure he had purchased was a historic estate from the 1930s. While it was beautiful by any measure, LeBron harbored a vision that was infinitely grander. He is, at this very moment, constructing 2 brand new mega mansions on that property, raising them from the very foundations. The primary residence will encompass a staggering 16,000 square feet, complete with a 7 to 100 square foot subterranean garage. It will feature a resort-style pool, a full outdoor kitchen, state-of-the-art solar panels, and an entire spa complex. The secondary structure is a 6 to 5 to 100 square foot guest house, which will contain its own private movie theater, multiple plunge pools, and a terrace of monumental proportions. This entire compound will be encircled by 10-foot perimeter walls to ensure absolute privacy, with a 209-foot guardhouse stationed at the entrance, manned by a full-time security force. The driveway will be fortified with gates and monitored 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. While the final touches are still being applied, the estate is destined to become one of the most sought-after and exclusive properties in all of Los Angeles. Once the dust settles, the completed project is projected to have a staggering value far north of $50 million. Of course, this isn't his first coastal palace. During his legendary tenure with the Miami Heat back in 2010, he secured a magnificent waterfront mansion in Coconut Grove for $9 million. The stunning home featured 6 expansive bedrooms and commanded a prime position directly on the bay, complete with exclusive access from a private dock. In 2015, after securing 2 championships for the city, he sold the estate for $13.4 million, a significant profit. But his love for the Sunshine State endured, leading him in 2022 to acquire a lavish beachfront condominium in Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, for roughly $9 million. This palatial residence is a breathtaking 2-level penthouse situated in the estates at Aquilina, widely regarded as one of the most prestigious high-rises in the entirety of South Florida. The home commands sweeping, uninterrupted views of the ocean, features the ultimate privacy of direct elevator access, and offers amenities worthy of a 5-star resort, from its stunning infinity pools to a completely full-service spa. An entire army of professionals, full-time gardeners, housekeepers, security personnel, and property managers ensures that every single one of LeBron's estates is impeccably maintained year-round. These homes remain in pristine, camera-ready condition, whether he is in residence or not. The financial commitment to uphold this standard is astronomical, easily running into several $millions each year just for taxes, insurance, utilities, and staff salaries. What distinguishes LeBron's approach to real estate from that of so many other athletes is the clear, strategic purpose behind every home. His Akron mansion isn't just a house. It's a powerful tether to his very beginning. In Los Angeles, the city that hosts his athletic endeavors, his Brentwood and Beverly Hills estates offer a haven of privacy and opulent comfort. Meanwhile, his Florida properties are his coastal escapes, sanctuaries for when he needs to decompress. Make no mistake, this is not a man collecting homes simply to flaunt his success. He is architecting a dynasty, a world where his life, his work, and his family can flourish entirely under his own direction. Now, with a $50 million car collection and $80 million in real estate, you would naturally assume he owns a private jet, correct? That assumption would be incorrect. Disregard everything you might have seen online. LeBron James does not actually own a plane. A viral story once circulated, claiming he was the proud owner of a $22 million Gulfstream G280, gloriously outfitted with custom interiors and gleaming gold trim. Upon seeing the post, LeBron himself moved instantly to extinguish the false rumor. Cap, he declared on his social media, a simple, powerful word for lie. He then added, "Take me off this list." He was adamant that the post be taken down for the simple reason that it was a complete fabrication. So, this raises a fascinating question. How exactly does LeBron travel? For his cross-country flights, travel to away games, and all international voyages, he chooses to charter private jets. LeBron strategically books flights with premium charter services, allowing him to experience ultimate luxury in the sky without the immense financial commitment of personal plane ownership and upkeep. To own a jet is to be responsible for hangar space, full-time pilots, insurance, and maintenance, a constant stream of costs that can accumulate to several $1,000,000 every single year. It's a testament to LeBron's financial intelligence that he recognizes chartering as the superior economic strategy. He receives the identical elite experience, sumptuous seating, exclusive terminals, and a schedule tailored to his needs, all without the massive overhead costs. The planes he charters are nothing less than the top of the line. Gulfstream G650s or Bombardier Globals, the exact models flown by billionaires and titans of industry. The purchase price for these aircraft ranges from an astounding $55 to $75 million. To charter these magnificent machines costs somewhere in the range of $10,000 to $15,000 per hour of flight time. For a coast-to-coast trip from LA to New York, you're looking at about 5 hours in the air. This means a one-way flight totals between $50,000 and $75,000. It is an extraordinary sum, to be sure, but it is a mere fraction of the expense of ownership. And LeBron is never just one passenger. His travel party is an entire entourage, typically including his personal trainer, his private chef, his business manager, his security team, and on many occasions, his family. The jets themselves are appointed with plush, luxury recliners, comprehensive, full-service kitchens, and dedicated sleeping quarters, ensuring he can rest and rejuvenate during his travels. Many are even equipped with high-speed, onboard Wi-Fi, and advanced entertainment systems, which allow him to stream games live or advance his Spring Hill Company projects from high above the clouds. But LeBron's taste for magnificent travel is not confined to aircraft. When it comes to his vacations, he operates on a completely different level. Following the 2022 season, LeBron took his family to the breathtaking Four Seasons private island in the magnificent Maldives. Arriving by seaplane, they stayed in an incredibly exclusive overwater villa that featured its own private beaches, pristine infinity pools, and dedicated personal butler service. It's been reported that the cost for just a few days in this paradise soared past $100,000. Yet for LeBron, the investment was immeasurable. In 2018, he took his wife Savannah and their children on an unforgettable journey to Italy's stunning Amalfi Coast. There, they chartered a sprawling luxury yacht in Positano, gliding along the breathtaking coastline and making stops at exclusive private beaches and elite five-star restaurants. The price to rent the yacht alone was nearly $50,000 a day, and they enjoyed this opulent experience for more than a full week. LeBron's global escapades have also been documented in the south of France, across the Greek islands, and at exclusive tropical resorts throughout the Caribbean. Every vacation is defined by five-star accommodations, the seclusion of private islands, rentals of entire villas, and seven-star hotels, places where it's said even the bath towels have a higher value than most people's entire collection of clothes. Even on vacation, his commitment to his craft is unwavering. He travels with his personal chef to adhere to his rigorous diet, and his trainers accompany him to continue his essential recovery protocols. He employs a private security force to guarantee his family's safety, and every single detail from the villa's location to the itinerary of activities is orchestrated by a team of elite travel planners. One birthday celebration took place at an opulent villa in the south of France, a setting that featured a private chef, exclusive yacht access, and sweeping vistas of the Mediterranean. On another occasion, he secured an entire beachfront resort just to ensure his family could enjoy absolute and total privacy. Annually, the cost of these getaways climbs well into the several $1 million range. If you were to sum up the cost of the flights, the lodging, the staff, and all the activities, you would realize that the final number is never even a consideration. LeBron will spare no expense to create cherished memories with his family in locations where they can truly be themselves, free from the prying eyes of the paparazzi. Because when you are one of the most recognizable athletes in the world, authentic peace of mind is truly priceless. And if you have the means to charter a yacht or rent an entire private island to achieve that peace, you do it. LeBron's family is the epicenter of his world, and his expenditures are a direct reflection of that fact. He shares his life with his high school sweetheart, Savannah, to whom he is married, and they are the proud parents of 3 children, Bronny, Bryce, and Jury. No expense is ever spared for any facet of their lives, and this commitment is absolute. Consider, for a moment, the children. In 2018, in the backyard of their Brentwood estate, LeBron had a custom-built miniature mansion created for his daughter, Jury. She was just 4 years old at the time. The children's playhouse is a breathtaking, miniaturized version of their $23 million estate, featuring a perfectly crafted tiny kitchen, a formal dining space, exquisite furniture, and even a fully operational lighting system. The creation of this masterpiece cost a staggering sum exceeding $50,000 to conceptualize and construct. This is no mere treehouse. It is a meticulously built, scaled-down palace for a child not yet in kindergarten. And then we must speak of the gifts. In a moment of sheer generosity, LeBron gifted his son Bryce a Cartier crash skeleton watch valued at $250,000. This timepiece is forged from exceedingly rare pink gold and showcases a skeletal movement assembled entirely by hand. Only a precious few of these horological wonders even exist, with most collectors languishing for years just for a chance to be considered for the waiting list. LeBron simply acquired one and presented it to his teenage son. His eldest, Bronny, navigates the world in opulent luxury cars and dons bespoke sneakers that have yet to be seen by the general public. All 3 of his children were educated at Sierra Canyon School in Los Angeles, a bastion of private academic excellence where tuition soars to $44,000 annually. This institution is legendary for cultivating world-class athletes and paving the way for its students to enter the hallowed halls of Ivy League universities. LeBron ensured his sons were surrounded by the finest coaches, trainers, and academic minds that money could possibly procure. Bryce was even immersed in professional-grade baseball coaching for a time before dedicating his focus to the basketball court. Beyond the classroom, LeBron's children receive private instruction from elite educators who are flown in from every corner of the globe. Their vacations are nothing short of legendary spectacles, exclusive private villa rentals, chartered super yachts, and stays at the most prestigious 5-star resorts on the planet. Every single moment, every experience is meticulously curated to forge a childhood of wonder and security that LeBron himself could only dream of. Yet, amidst this ocean of wealth, LeBron has woven a fabric of genuine discipline into his children's lives. Both Bronny and Bryce dedicate themselves with relentless passion to the game of basketball. They understand that their surname carries the weight of immense expectation, and LeBron has openly shared his mission to teach them the profound value of earning their own triumphs, not simply inheriting a legacy. Nevertheless, the family's existence is undeniably one of extraordinary splendor. An entire full-time staff is employed by LeBron to orchestrate the intricate details of their daily existence, from personal chefs crafting bespoke meals for each family member's specific nutritional profile, to housekeepers who flawlessly maintain their palatial mansions, chauffeurs who manage all their transport, and ever-present security details that shadow their every move. It is whispered that LeBron invests somewhere between $1 and $1.5 million each year on his personal biohacking protocol alone. This staggering sum covers nutritionists, recovery gurus, advanced supplements, and cutting-edge technological equipment, but that figure doesn't even begin to touch what is spent on the health and wellness of his entire family. Savannah commands her own personal trainer, a dedicated stylist, and a professional glam squad. The children have unfettered access to premier physical therapists and sports psychologists. Even their getaways are infused with components of total well-being, featuring private yoga masters, restorative spa therapies, and meditation guides. Every single aspect of their life is first class. Everything is meticulously optimized, and no expense is ever spared in the quest to keep the family healthy, fulfilled, and profoundly connected. LeBron is constructing a reality for his children that stands in stark contrast to his own upbringing, a world where worry is a foreign concept, where struggle does not exist, and where the thought of their next meal is never a question. But the origins of LeBron's immense wealth extend far beyond the basketball court. While it's true he has amassed over $385 million in NBA salaries across 22 seasons, his true fortune, the billion-plus-dollar empire, was forged in the world he built outside the arena. LeBron's business dynasty stands as a monumental testament to the power of leverage, the wisdom of equity, and the genius of long-term vision. Let us begin at the very foundation: Nike. In 2003, at the tender age of 18, LeBron chose to align himself with Nike, rejecting more lucrative immediate offers from Reebok and Adidas because he perceived Nike as the superior long-term strategic ally. His foresight was impeccable. In 2015, following more than a decade of iconic signature shoes and astronomical sales figures, LeBron solidified his legacy by signing a lifetime pact with Nike. This legendary contract is rumored to be worth well over $1 billion in total and currently provides him with an annual payment of roughly $32 million. That income surpasses the salaries of most active NBA players, and LeBron receives it simply for being who he is. But Nike is merely one piece of his grand design. LeBron was a visionary early investor and a charismatic brand ambassador for Beats by Dre, the revolutionary headphone company created by Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine. When Apple acquired Beats for an astonishing $3 billion in 2014, LeBron's relatively small equity position reportedly yielded him a colossal $700 million from that one singular transaction. Allow that number to resonate. From a single tech investment, LeBron earned more than what the vast majority of professional athletes will ever make in their entire careers combined. And then there is the saga of Blaze Pizza. In 2012, LeBron made the audacious move to walk away from a $15 million endorsement contract with McDonald's, choosing instead to pour his capital into Blaze, a fast casual pizza concept that was then in its infancy. For less than $1 million, he acquired an approximate 10% stake in the company. Today, Blaze boasts over 300 locations across North America, and the value of LeBron's ownership has skyrocketed to an estimated $30 million. He did more than just invest. He became its champion. LeBron would personally appear at Blaze restaurants, working behind the service counter and delighting fans by handing out free pizzas. He transformed a business venture into a cultural phenomenon, and the brand's growth was explosive. In 2020, LeBron and his trusted business partner, Maverick Carter, established the Spring Hill Company, a formidable media and entertainment powerhouse dedicated to producing television shows, documentaries, and motion pictures. Spring Hill was ingeniously formed by consolidating three of LeBron's pre-existing ventures: his dynamic marketing agency, his groundbreaking athlete empowerment platform, Uninterrupted, and his acclaimed production studio, Spring Hill Entertainment. By 2021, Spring Hill had raised capital at a breathtaking $725 million valuation. LeBron stands as the primary shareholder, with his personal stake estimated to be worth approximately $300 million. Spring Hill was the creative force behind Space Jam: A New Legacy, a film that earned over $160 million at the global box office, in addition to a slate of acclaimed documentaries and series for giants like Netflix and HBO. The company also brought to life The Shop, a revolutionary unscripted talk show set in a barbershop where LeBron and his illustrious guests engage in profound conversations about sports, culture, and commerce. The show ascended to become a cultural touchstone on HBO and YouTube, captivating millions of viewers with every single episode. And then we have his ownership share in the legendary Fenway Sports Group. In 2021, LeBron and Maverick Carter masterfully converted their minority holding in Liverpool FC into an approximate 1% share of FSG, the monolithic parent company that owns the Boston Red Sox, Liverpool, Fenway Park, and the Pittsburgh Penguins. That 1% stake held by LeBron is currently valued at a formidable $90 million. He has openly declared his ambition to one day own an NBA franchise, and this move is a strategic entry point, allowing him to learn the intricate art of sports ownership from the inside. LeBron has also strategically placed capital in a portfolio of smaller enterprises. Tonal, the revolutionary smart home gym, Ladder, a supplement brand he co-created with the iconic Arnold Schwarzenegger, and a curated selection of promising tech startups. Every single investment is a calculated, strategic move. Each one is designed to grant him equity rather than a fleeting paycheck. Therein lies the profound secret to LeBron's billion-dollar destiny. While countless other athletes chose to capitalize on their fame for immediate gain, LeBron has consistently played the long game, a strategy that has yielded rewards on a scale that most can scarcely comprehend. Forbes now places his off-court earnings at over $1 billion, and that monumental figure continues its relentless ascent each and every year. This is because LeBron James is not merely playing basketball. He is architecting generational wealth. When LeBron isn't conditioning his body or commanding his vast empire, he expresses his dominance in a completely different arena, through personal style. And the contents of his closet alone are worth a king's ransom. LeBron's public image is a clinic in sartorial excellence, defined by bespoke suits, elite streetwear, and luxurious accessories so rare most will only ever glimpse them in photographs. He stands as a celebrated ambassador for Audemars Piguet, a horological titan occupying the highest echelon of watchmaking craftsmanship on the planet. His personal treasury of timepieces boasts numerous AP models, including the iconic Royal Oak Carbon, the magnificent Legacy, and coveted limited edition Grand Prix masterpieces. Certain watches in his possession command values exceeding $100,000 each, yet LeBron cycles through them with the casualness of a man choosing his daily footwear. The Royal Oak itself is a legend, a luxury stainless steel sports watch, instantly recognizable by its octagonal bezel and signature exposed screws, that has been an undisputed emblem of status since the 1970s. The version favored by LeBron is the Carbon Edition, forged from a material that renders the watch virtually indestructible, while remaining astonishingly, almost impossibly, lightweight. His silhouette is often sculpted by custom-made suits from the hallowed houses of Tom Ford, Ralph Lauren, and Tom Brown, each garment meticulously tailored to his legendary physique. A single ensemble from Tom Ford can easily cost between $10,000 to $30,000, its price fluctuating with the rarity of the fabric and the intricacy of its customization. LeBron possesses scores of them. In 2015, he and his partner Maverick Carter launched Unknown, a vanguard streetwear boutique in Miami, curating exclusive apparel, limited-run sneakers, and visionary designer collaborations. This venture swiftly evolved into a cultural nexus, a platform for LeBron to broadcast his personal aesthetic while simultaneously erecting another pillar of his business empire. And his sneaker collection, too, is the stuff of myth. Each season, Nike engineers a new signature shoe in his name, and it is said he receives bespoke pairs at will, unique color schemes and designs destined never to be seen on a retail shelf. The contents of his shoe closet alone could likely be valued in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, because for LeBron, personal style is an integral extension of his brand. Every suit, every timepiece, every moment in the public eye is a meticulously orchestrated event, designed to fortify his image of unparalleled excellence, iron discipline, and absolute success. At this stratosphere of influence, wealth transcends the mere acquisition of objects. It becomes a tool for creating impact, and it is here that LeBron pivots from a life of luxury to a quest for legacy. For all the palatial homes, exotic cars, and priceless watches, it is what LeBron is constructing beyond the basketball court that may ultimately define his greatness. Back in his hometown of Akron, Ohio, the year 2018 saw the opening of the I Promise School, a public institution conceived specifically as a haven for at-risk youth. The school offers a revolutionary model, providing everything from tuition-free education and meals to uniforms, bicycles, and even guaranteed college scholarships to the University of Akron for every single graduating student. LeBron personally underwrites a vast portion of the program, and in doing so, the school has become a shining beacon, a model of how icons can pour their resources back into the communities that raised them, a profound gesture to lift up children navigating the same hardships he once knew. His philanthropy extends further, with millions donated to a spectrum of causes, from funding hospitals in Ohio and covering life-saving surgeries for ailing children to empowering disaster relief initiatives. When catastrophe strikes anywhere in the world, LeBron is frequently among the very first to wire funds directly. No fanfare, no press conferences, just decisive, impactful action. And his vision for the future is even grander. Whispers from his inner circle suggest LeBron is architecting a global foundation with a mission centered on education, pediatric hospitals, and the development of youth sports worldwide. The ultimate objective is to forge a self-sustaining engine for good that will long outlive his own mortal tenure. A legacy built not on the glimmer of trophies, but on the immeasurable value of the lives he forever altered. This is the profound truth of his transcendent lifestyle. Every cryogenic plunge, every intelligent bed, every personalized supplement is a cog in a meticulously engineered machine designed to prolong his reign at the apex of human performance for as long as physically possible. Every hypercar, every sprawling mansion, every immaculate timepiece serves as an undeniable declaration that the boy from Akron not only survived, but conquered. And every business negotiation, every strategic investment, every equity partnership is a calculated maneuver to guarantee that his lineage will never know the struggle that forged him. He has alchemized discipline into a way of life, transformed obsession into an art of optimization, and elevated success into a generational promise. In a world where most seek the path of least resistance, LeBron dedicates himself to the path of absolute dominance. His lifestyle is not merely an exhibition of wealth. It is the living embodiment of what occurs when prodigious talent collides with unwavering discipline, when historic opportunity is met with relentless preparation, and when a burning obsession finds its ultimate purpose. He resides in estates that rival five-star resorts, commands vehicles that roar with the sound of celestial thunder, and invests millions annually simply to maintain the magnificent human machine. Because when excellence is no longer your goal but your very starting point, your existence is different, your legacy becomes eternal.